Hello, people, and welcome aboard to watch yet another World Team Carcassonne Online Championships friendly match. This time going to be Spain and the Russian Carcassonne players, or RCP, who are going to battle it out with each other. Now, let's, without any more mumble jumble, let's hop right into the lineups, which are heavily talented favored, I'd say. We have, first of all, a strong Theo versus 71st. I'm not sure if this just coincidental, but we have the CCL players from this year, both of which did very well in the first Carcassonne Champions League. A strong Theo final placement was a shared 8th place or 5th place, really, because there were of course 4 players who shared the same place, so shared 5th place, and then 71st who came to a shared 3rd place with Latvia's Alexei Pekushevs. So it will be interesting to see how Vladimir Shendev is going to do today versus Escribano. I think David Escribano. Then we have Texi versus the Creep, another very skillful pair. 2020 Rafa versus Dexter Logan. Madcan Tarakanov. Lokuilo versus Isloon. Oscaridis versus Anenmai, and the captain of the team Spain, Joaquin Calzado versus Glinka. Now, let us actually make a quick education. So, Carcassonne.cat, you will find information of the World Team Carcassonne Online Championships from the 2024. We can already see I think 20 teams that have registered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 24 teams overall that have registered. So you can check the players from here. And if we quickly look, I think RCP has also already registered, although actually they haven't, which is weird. I could have sworn that they already had, but I am mistaken. But anyways, their registration ends on 10th of April, so just a couple of days time to register your team. So do not miss out, and do give a rather voicey hint to your captain if your team is not yet on this list, because of course if you are not registered until the 10th of April, which is the deadline, then you will of course not be able to take part in the WTCOC. And if you want to do that, well, it's starting to be the final days to really push your captains to do so. Hello Clovier and hello Melissa. Now, since we have already a well wishes for Anne and Mai, let's take the hint and let's watch her or his first game. So Anne and Mai gonna be going against Oscaridis, which should be a rather eventful first game. Okay, no points on the scoreboard yet. There is a more or less shared city, although Oscarid is still holding the majority point lead on that city and does have a opportunity to find a divider for himself, but he needs to do some magic here first, because you really don't want to go for the divider if that at the same time provides another attacking spot to your opponent. Then you will be often just wasting a city cap and just giving your opponent some extra points when they are actually very often going to share the city anyway if you are leaving free attacking spots. Okay, and then my decides to go for a majority attack. Now bear in mind that this move is not intended to just make a 4-point city, because anytime something goes here, it's going to restrict this square and it's going to make it easier for Oscaridis to block this square. And of course, if this square gets blocked, then Oscaridis will be having a winning mini battle with this ruin meeple versus this 1-point ruin meeple. And that would be a more or less disastrous thing to happen to an mate. Okay, this is very weird, but a very action-packed way. Doesn't happen too often. As a matter of fact, I mean, when you are building just a tower of 1-point cities, it just depends on like who really gets the first city cap, because in this situation like now, I think it might not even be entirely impossible for red to just close a 4-point city instead of just waiting for blue to get a city cap of his own, or any city tile actually is good for blue here, because he will be able to harass the square and make it severely more difficult for red to make the connection with the triple city, or to just get the correct type of triangle in the first place. Besides, I'm actually not sure that this move paid off that well, because red already needed triangles over here, so only triple cities are good to connect, and red can already use triple cities effectively by going over here and guiding the third city side to the right, so that there are as few attacking spots as possible, because then only a divider will be good for attacking. So now that I think about it, I would have very much actually preferred just start a new city and provide red a platform to start messing with the 1-point city of Oscaridis. Now, Annenmai does get the triangle, but is not able to use it to get an 8 or 10-point city quickly finished, but instead now has to start waiting for triple cities. And even when he gets a triple city, then it's going to leave an attacking spot either here with the quad city or here with a triple city. So it's not going to be a fully safe connection. It can still be a big wait until the right tile gets to red, and then blue might be able to just share the feature almost immediately anyway. So this situation not ideal for red, although the chances of him getting a triple city are of course great, but like I said, it's always going to leave an attacking spot. Hi there, Alfonso. Splendid start of the evening to you as well. Or late evening, should I say. And starting to make a 2-point road, which only he can take. Because, of course, when anyone finishes this 3-point road, then it's going to provide a shot to block this 1-point city meeple. And now rather uncomfortable tile actually for red. Now has to kinda inconveniently try and finish the city. I do have to say that I think this is made on the wrong side, because even though it is more difficult to get a tile here than it is to get a tile here, then if blue were to try and harass the city from here, then he would also he would also sort of endanger his road, or to make it, or he will make it more difficult to complete, as he would be offering on a silver platter a platform for red to limit this road to a crossroad or to a dagger or to anything else. But if you start finishing your city with city caps like this, then it is always important to know, or to note, how many daggers are there remaining and to which direction. Now, when red chose this side, it didn't matter in that sense, because both because there were two daggers to both directions at the time. Starting a new city and providing the platform to block the 1-point city. Oscaridis unfortunately does not get a saving tile, but maybe he is able to save it now. He is not. Instead, just gonna be able to continue his city. Doesn't really make sense to go here, because then it will provide red another attacking spot to go over here, invest even a third meeple, and generally, when you need this spot to be restricted to a city or a field, wow, somehow I missed this. Somehow I missed the fact that excuse me, blue can actually just go here. Wow. Okay. Um, Great hallucination by me. Points for that. It's not actually ideal though, because there are only one there is only one dagger with the right hand side curve remaining, and it is of course possible for red to restrict this city to that said dagger, but at least this move did take away the immediate threat of a block. Now, however, Oscaridis only has 2 tiles to finish this city now, because all starting tiles are out. 2 daggers with the right hand side curve are out, and 2 city crossroads are out. So only 2 city caps that go into this square, which is not great. Plus, Oscaridis is running short on meeples. And could do something like this. Like he does. Okay, now, is Oscaridis gonna go for this? It would kind of work, I guess, because it offers a spot to restrict this square and then indirectly protect this square. But there is at the moment nothing that Oscaridis can use to fully block this square, so it's not it's not necessary to rush this move just yet. I imagine just take a meeple back here, take 8 points, and the worst that can happen is red gets a city cap and gets a 6-point city, but you'll still be 2 points ahead in that fight. So that's always going to be good for you, like almost, well, actually not in almost, it's going to be good for you in every scenario. There is a possibility that Oscaridis is considering something like this, but I would kind of advise against it because it leaves an empty city cap for red, and as soon as it gets taken, then there is another potential blocking platform on this city, which is why blue does exactly what I said, is going to separate himself from the attack of red. Now, assumably going to go here, take 6 points, but this triple city would also be a great tile to use over here, but I don't like the move though, because first of all I would have liked it rotated so that the third city side was over here, so that then Oscaridis would be able to use a quad city, add it here, and then at the same time block this square, or a triple city for that matter. But now he also said no to 6 immediate points when this city is not really safe at all, and wowee, that the divider comes, and Oscaridis is looking to be in big time trouble, as any triangle will do massive things for red at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there are 3 triangles remaining, which is quite few. But there are also 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 triple cities, or 3 triple cities and the quad city. And just if Annenmai would be able to connect to this city, would already be massive and just a huge issue for Oscaridis. Gets the ideal tile though, gets the 4 extra points, and gets to complete the 8-point city. He does need it to like everywhere, like here and here and here, but this is absolutely the move. Because this is the exact tile that Oscarides has been waiting and waiting and waiting to get. Because he hasn't done anything to this city. And miraculously, also Annenmai hasn't done anything to this city. It has been here like this for such a long time. That I gotta say I am amazed that it even survived. Now, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Great straight road by Annenmai, recognizing that all of the triangles that were left are road triangles. So only 2 of them were gone. Now a third one. But still 2 road triangles left in the deck, which would serve absolute massive points for Annenmai. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 30-point city. If Annenmai manages to take a hold of it. Oscarides now surely is gonna go over here. Annenmai gets the semi-save with a rather ideal tile actually, because it now restricts this to a city plus road, which often makes it very, very unlikely that Oscarides is able to fully block this square. But it does seem that there are indeed 2 daggers, and both of those daggers are the ones with a left-hand side curve, which would go over here, finish Oscarides city, and block this square. But also Oscarides does have a triple city and both of the road triangles in his disposal that he can use to over here and to prevent Annenmai from snatching the city. But this is just massive tile to get for Oscarides, able to complete a 4-point city and block the connection spot of Annenmai. Also moves up on the scoreboard to plus 12 and plus 16, plus 17. It's going to be plus 17 after this move. And a meeple up. So this is kind of looking horrible for red here. Red minus 13 now and a meeple down. How is he going to handle this? How is he going to come back? I am not entirely sure. There are still 19 tiles remaining though, so he might be able to place some faith into monasteries or large fields maybe. Like if you imagine a road monastery here and then somehow get these in its 12-point field, it's super unlikely to happen, but you know it could be a possibility. Minus 19 as Oscarides takes a 6-point field. And you know the thing is that Oscarides can really just place farmers everywhere. Like every 6-point field that Oscarides sees, he can just take it and worry about nothing, I'd say. Because if he does not allow red to score even 6-point field, then I don't think red will have much chances left. I don't think the board is suitable for a big comeback because there are no big features, and Anelmai only has two meeples. Meeples a 6-point field, possibly a 9-point field, but Oscaridis does have two meeples more and can easily attack this field, which I think he will not do with this tile. This tile he can just use for scoring. 6 points over here. Oscaridis can just add 1 point, or maybe to even go here and drop a farmer, but I think Oscaridis would be more looking into this option, dropping a farmer here and then having 2 spots to connect to the 6-point field, to at least 6-point field. A curve for red, just adding 2 points, taking a meeple back. Nothing to drop a meeple 4 there, only 3-point fields, and those are a no-no at this point. Now I think it's reasonable for Oscaridis to even drop a farmer here and then have 2 spots to connect to the 6-point field, just anticipating it to grow to be a 9-point and then at least tie a second meeple from Anenmai to this field. Even if Oscaridis would eventually lose this, 9 points for 2 meeples for red is not gonna be good enough at this stage. +7 for blue, +14, 20, 19. Still +16 is the lead of Oscaridis with 9 tiles remaining, and he is the starting player, so he does have 1 tile more in use than Anenmai. Just adds an empty city cap to his field. Totally reasonable move. Anenmai takes 4 points. Technically only a 1-point move. Now time to unify the fields. And Oscaridis now at +18. Causing severe issues to Anenmai, who is struggling to even make more than 2 or 3 points a turn, which is not going to be nearly enough to win the game. I think one thing that Anenmai probably has to do is maybe to get like... Actually, there might be a possibility for Anenmai to win this if he gets both of the monasteries. First one goes here, 8 points, then second one straight in a row, 7 points, gets the first meeple back. That's gonna be 16 points already, and has a meeple in use. Then may be able to also somehow join this field or overrun this field, but only 3 tiles in use. Okay, I think I have an idea. So Anenmai now goes here and drops a farmer, and then he's gonna try and get their road monastery, get immediately 9 points, and connect to this field. He goes for it. Splendid stuff. Trying to make a comeback, trying to get the massive points. He gets the road monastery. That's 18 points with 2 moves. 2 tiles for Oscaridis, 1 tile for Annenmai. 1 tile is the final remaining regular monastery, which is worth 6 points. Now, what is the other tile? I am not sure, but Annenmai is now +6, +7. This monastery is for 7, so they are actually dead equal. But Oscaridis with 1 more tile, can he make that happen? He has a 1-point move, surely 1-point move, but it might not be enough. If Annenmai gets the final remaining monastery for 6 points, I don't think Oscaridis has a win here. Because even if he draws, it's gonna be a loss for Oscaridis, because he's gonna be the starting player, and it's not gonna be enough then to have a draw. Is there a tile that can get Oscaridis for sure to this 9-point field or 6-point field? But if he goes from here, it's gonna be a 9-point field. There might be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No vanillas. 1, 2. Hold on. Where's the tube divider? 100% win. 100% win. If Oscaridis finds it, he goes over here and drops a farmer. He finds it. Drops a farmer. 100% win. A fantastic move by Oscaridis. Fantastic move. Oscaridis now holding the final remaining monastery. Annenmai cannot do anything. Takes 4 points, and Oscaridis gonna join the fields. He does it. 9 points for Oscaridis' final meeple, whereas Annenmai gets 4, and Oscaridis will win this by 5 points. What a fabulous endgame by both players. Both Annenmai noticing this one singular possibility to make a comeback, and gets the most optimal sequence in the history of Carcassonne. Gets the road, drops a farmer, immediately gets the road monastery, with no time for Oscaridis to drop a farmer of his own. Then it's tied in points, and then Oscaridis just finds a miraculous 100% win. So despite Annenmai's great attempt, whew, what a endgame that was. Round of applause for both players. That was something else. A worthy win for Oscaridis, going 1-0 in the fight. Okay, let's take a deep breath, and then if you want to see any specific game, then do request it in the chat. For now, we are gonna go with 71st Estrancio. And I think, okay, first game going to 71st, and what a point difference, 93 to 48. And just judging by the point difference, I think, this might have been the game where Estrancio just got all of his meeples strapped, and I would not be afraid. I would not be amazed if we now scroll down and we see a very, very low number of meeples placed by Estrancio, like less than 12. Still 14. How? City is 29. points from roads. Fields 18-0. Monasteries 25-0. Holy. It might be so that Estrancio just has lost the field fights then like 100-0 or something. Maybe I'm not sure what has happened, but whatever it is, it's most likely not been too enjoyable for Estrancio. They don't seem to be rushing too much with the second game though. Let's see then who else. How about Texi then versus the Creep? Oh, extremely fast-paced games. Creep has won the first one and depends on. Okay, they are playing, so that must mean that since the second game was a tie, then Creep has been the starting player, and therefore it is now already a decider going on. So let's dive into this. Sexy 4 points in the lead with a extremely vulnerable 4-point road able to be blocked from here and from here. Then Creep trying to build a large, or at least large-ish city. Oh, was it a mistake of not putting it here? No, is it? I'm not sure. I think I would have preferred over here just so that you would then have a faster completion of an overrun city with just one city cap and one city cap and then one triangle. But it does seem so that Creep has other ideas. Sexy, however, gets rid of his vulnerable road with two very convenient crossroads. Gets a third one too. Now, Creep. Is he gonna go here or drop a third meeple to this? I don't think so, or he might actually. But it'll be really un. Wow. I was gonna say it's gonna be really awkward to have two to be in need of two triple cities here and here. Also, I think he makes a humongous mistake in this one. Like, although he is able to restrict Texas 2-point city to just one tile. What is this? What on earth is this? On behalf of both players, just ignoring this feature first with this regular curve, not going over here. I think Creep was just more or less afraid of getting this city blocked, but it was super important to save this square to either a triple city with a field or to a triple city with a road. But Creep didn't decide to do anything, and Texi just fully ignored this feature, which was just one tile away from being completed. Like, going here and even not meepling and just limiting it to a 50-50 shot, which would get you more or less great chances to win with a long-term meeple majority. Or if you meeple it, then in the worst case scenario, you are going to be losing out on 2 points if you don't get the quad city. But not going there at all is just just I gotta say terrible on both players. I'm super amazed that this happened. Okay. Creep does end up being the side that gets all the benefit from this, and undoubtedly says thank you. Very nicely takes Texi on the scoreboard and actually goes even past with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 point city. I'm still amazed that it actually happened. I'm trying to go past it, but I I can't. I just can't let those slide when they happen right in front of my nose. Well, Texi gets the compensation, gets the final dagger as a compensation, gets the 6-point city, and gets to meeple a 9-point field. Creep decides to join it, and looks like there is a big chance that the field is going to expand at least to 12, maybe 15 points with 2 straight lines. Texi gets his 1-point city deleted from the game as all daggers with the left side curve are out. Texi also has taken this 6-point field and is trying to get a road monastery to this spot to just take 3 immediate points and to be able to connect to this field. Instead, Creep makes a move that I don't think is too great at all. Takes a 6-point monastery, but also expands the field and leaves a 6-point city to be taken to the first one who gets a straight road, which is more likely to be always your opponent when you are the one who made the last move. Texi with no meeples though has 1 meeple stuck, has 3 meeples on the fields. This meeple is never gonna come back to his hand. So the only realistic possibility that Texi gets a meeple back is from this monastery, and he is going to do it now. Or he should. Okay, he does. Now there is an opportunity for Texi to actually block, like fully block this monastery and this city. So he would be blocking 2 meeples from red for the price of 1 of his own. As once again, all daggers with the left hand side curve are out of the game. Taxi gets to the field, so he's now in control of a 15-point field with 2 meeples. Now Creep, I think, would be definitely pleased if he got the second road monastery as well. Could then go here, take 3 points, and take away the 6 points from Texi that he is now scoring twice. Or there's always the possibility that Creep just attacks to the field with a second maple, but it's somewhat risky, as there is always the possibility that Texi gets the road monastery and brings the third maple in. Maybe add 2 points. No, Texi decides just to remove a field connection opportunity. Plus 12 for red. Plus 14, 15, 17, 16, 10. Minus 5. Minus 9, 10. Minus 12 for red. Okay. Yeah, I did fail to notice that this red meeple was is not in this ruin yet. So Texi at the moment at least is winning a mini battle on this ruin. Huh. Interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. I mean, if you're gonna try and block, then you should definitely go this way, because then Creep would be needing the same tile to 2 places, being the triple city with a field to connect here and to here, and okay, Texi does not feel like he needs to secure the field with 3 meeples, just instead removes the possibility for Creep to finish a city, but it doesn't matter too much for Creep, I think, because he can just take 4 points here. Yeah, Texi at the moment just relying on his point lead being in like a plus 12, plus 10. And if he manages to keep the field under his control, then I think it will surely be enough for him to win. But Creep will undoubtedly attack it rigorously somehow. Maybe through here if there are tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this dagger's out, so no, this doesn't work. Maybe here through a straight line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. No suitable tiles to get a connection from here either. Instead, just take 6 points, but it's not going to be enough. Oh! Oh, now there's opportunity. Now, if Creep goes here, places a meeple on the city, and then gets the final remaining triple city, I think that might, and actually it will bring him a boatload of points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 18, 20. Oh, sorry, 19. This move will bring him 19 points, and I think he's now at the moment like -8. So if he goes here, drops a meeple, gets the final remaining triple city with a field, I think he will absolutely win this. Maybe. But I don't see I don't see any other ways for him to win. Texi gets 4 points. I'm not blind, right? Like there is still one triple city with a field left. 1, 2, 3. There is one left. So this was like totally possible for red to make. Okay, so let's have a look. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 16, 19, 16, 18. Yeah, 19 points if red gets the triple city. And a boom! Gets the triple city. So now we can make the end score if we do like 19 minus 4, so 15, and then now red is able to get like 4 points. Oh, sorry, of course, this anyways, but like 7. So red could like red had the possibility to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 8 more points. Now, is that going to make the difference? I would actually say that Texi might win by 9 points. So this might have not mattered, but this was still the best scoring opportunity for red. Like absolutely was. So by how much is Texi going to win? 15. By 4 points. And given that Creep has now missed out on again now he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 4, so 11 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 versus 19. So there was absolutely a win here. If you go here, drop a maple to the city and then get the triple city and overrun this ruin, get boatload of points and win the game. But we saw a missed opportunity and Creep gets punished for such missed opportunities. Texi wins 2-1, gets the first point on the scoreboard for Spain. And how are we doing elsewhere? Let's take a look at, for example, Glinka, who has made a 2-0 win versus Joaquin Calzado. So that's going to be point to RCP. Then we have the result of Annenmaus yet? We do not. Let's take a look at Loco. I think he's playing on the other account. So on, wait. Uh, hmm. What? Okay. Let's try the other play of the pairing. Huh. Okay, so looks like Loku and Matt can have switched pairings for some reason. Well, then actually one more time. So Tarakanov is 2-0 for Loku. That 2-0 and another point to Spain. Then let's see the Madcan Isloon. Situation is 1-1 and we are in a decider, so let's take a look at the decider. 5 tiles remaining. Let's try to make a quick assessment of the situation. 23-point lead for Black. Also has a huge, or rather huge, at least large city, with then a tied field, a 6-point monastery. Actually, not a tied field, but green's field of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities. -17, so -2, +2, -4, and then just minus a billion points for green. So looks like Islun is taking this down. Matt can may be able to get like 11 points more if he manages to score an 8-point city, but that's about what he can do. Maybe if there's a tile, then go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No extenders, no triple cities with a field, so connecting here doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. No city caps remaining, so cannot make a completed city, just takes 4 points. Islun takes a 3-point field, and Matt can just chucks this tile anywhere for 0 points, and Islun wins and scores for RCP. Just by how much we will see in a second. by 20 points, a sizable difference. So Isloon 2, Madcan 1. Why did I lose one outcome from the chat? I don't know. Maybe I didn't post it. Okay. 1, 2 Isloon. Oh, wait, now I did. Okay. Ah, the lineups were indeed changed. Okay. Thank you, Joaquin. I appreciate that. So we have 7 pairs. Okay, at least we have the same number of pairs on the website as well. Okay, let's also see. So, Texi the Creep, Rafa, Dexter, Logan. Yeah, actually, we haven't seen Rafa today, so how he doing? Huh? No, no. Versus Dexter Logan. Yeah, okay, the changes because of premium accounts makes sense. I don't see Rafa has had any games with Dexter though. Does look like Dexter is not even online. Interesting. Okay. I guess we have had a 6 versus 6 then. Then let's see how's Estrancio then doing. A decider in the making. And just about in time for the start of the game. It is now 2 and 2 and quickly let's see which result am I missing. Well, of course this, but then also Rafa Dexter and Sexy? No, no, no. Sexy and done and done. Yeah. Oscar is Annenmai. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Indeed, Dexter did not appear. That's unfortunate, but we'll have to live through the immense pain. Okay, 8 points is the lead of Estrancio. 71st with the 6-point road as well as a 6-point city. David with a 5-point monastery. I believe, 71st could very well drop a farmer also. It's not going to be any rush to drop a farmer here, but might as well. I, I, I don't like this spot that Estrancio decided to place the monastery in, because it only shares 1 square with his previous monastery, and he would have been able to get 4 immediate points here as well, but over here this this monastery would be sharing 2 squares with this monastery. So would be able to more efficiently build them up. Okay, Shendev loses the control of the road, unfortunately. 4, 5, 6, 7. A 10-point road, though of course some of the points were donated to the road by David. Taking 2 points and extending Blue's part of the what's going to be likely a ruin. Could have also gone here, but it would be kinda unfortunate. No, actually, no. He doesn't need to go here because he doesn't. David doesn't need to worry about getting this square blocked because Vladimir also has a 1-point feature stuck in exactly the same square, so it doesn't matter. Which means that David can just wait for a city cap to come over here and then doesn't have to do anything else with that city. Exactly only one meeple in hand, so just able to throw empty city caps next to his monastery and make use out of them that way. Also, Vladimir was able to save this connection. Only 2 road triangles remain though. Interesting, is a strong Theo gonna go over here or over here? Okay, decides that this is more important, but I'm not sure if it is, because both this guy and this guy were stuck on the same spot. So completing this 1-point city was not needed to be made in any rush, could just be waiting for a starting tile or a dagger, so that he would not be giving a road end to Vladimir's road and to not pre-complete it. But then again, the positive side of this move is that Estrong Theo did get a second meeple to his disposal and was now able to take a city. So works out on that part. But now he does have his monastery in a unfortunate spot because there is only 1 dagger that remains to this square. Is Vladimir going to take this monastery spot? Might not actually, because it's his final meeple and he could very well use the meeple elsewhere, at least to take these 4 points, is if he manages to get a road triangle, and now he does get 2 of his meeples back anyways, so well then now I think 71st would be very happy to have had meepled this monastery, but it is what it is. It does look like he is actually, is he in the lead? I mean, +8 on the scoreboard, but +11, 12, 21, 14, 7, 4. Black is actually -7, but does have a 12-point move to be made over here, and also is able to grow the field eventually, like now. Again, 6 points, finishing the city, and yet another city to the field. A strong Theo, 3 points, I assume. He definitely wants to attack this field at some point, but where is the best spot and when, it's hard to say. Because Estrangio does have these monasteries in a spot that is not too easy to actually finish. He's going to need like the final remaining road monastery. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the final remaining road monastery, and then try to get like a curve or something that goes over here to get this meeple back, and then he still has this one meeple still stuck in the same square waiting for that dagger. Hello Vladimir, glad to get an update of some sorts to Dexter's situation. Let's hope indeed that he is just fine. Okay, now Vladimir gets his opponent's monasteries blocked fully because there is no regular monastery remaining to fit into this square, but he did momentarily offer a shot for Estrancio to actually finish the city and drop a farmer. So this was made with hopefully with some risk in mind. Does get the road monastery, but gets it a tad bit too late, not able to fully make advantage of it in the form of a 9-point monastery now. Instead, David has to settle for 3 points. And Vladimir might want to actually drop a second farmer to this field at some point. He does have 3 in hand, and it is looking like this farm is not done growing. Already 12 points and now 15 with more cities on the way, so Vladimir definitely wants to be dropping a second farmer probably now. Looks to be a great spot for a farmer with an easy connection. I don't think he has the luxury still to wait too long, because blue will undoubtedly attack this field at some point if given the chance. +4, 12, 19, 22 equal 22, still 31. 16. 16 is the lead of Estroncio. Now 18. 15, because this farmer has not yet connected. 12. 12 points is the lead of the Spanish player as we are heading to the final 10 tiles with 3 meeples both in both hands of the players. Shendev still looking for the opportunity to get the final remaining road triangle and to add a huge amount of points on his bank score, should I say. Very wisely, Estroncio going to be securing this large ruin. So in case Estroncio is able to get a second meeple in, then if David is going to be able to draw even the final remaining road Dorito, then he can just take the 4 points himself, which would undoubtedly be very welcome, and it does seem so that Estroncio is able to easily get the tile that he needs to connect to the ruin and is now controlling it with 2 meeples and does not have to stress about not winning the ruin in the later stages of the game. What does he do with his meeples though? I don't think he can lose this game anymore, but you always want to make as many points as you can. Do you need to exactly prevent this city from completion? Estroncio seems to be having the mindset that he does and can now make a 10-point move. Finally taking Shendev into that ruin, but it is too late for Shendev to have any compensation of it. Just 2-3 points is the Spanish player able to find. Great move with the dagger, being able to prevent a 10-point city of Vladimir from completion, which might have been very important thing to be achieved by Vladimir, although looking at the score, 19 points of difference still might have not been enough, but specific and precise action nonetheless by David Escribano. And I believe with that, Spain takes their 3rd point. Vladimir, despite having the shared 3rd place in the CCL, not able to show enough points today in this match. It is indeed 2-1 and the 3rd point going to Spain. Now the only match still unsolved is going to be the Oscaridis Anime. Unless it is already over, and it has ended in favor of Anime, who was able to come back from an early 1-0 deficit to turn things around and get a 2-1 victory. Just double checking that I am actually not hallucinating, and this is the 6th finished match. So Texi, POC Loku, Madcan Estrancio. Indeed it is. And with this, the score is 3-3, and since Dexter did not play today, let's have a look at the amount of games won to see if we can have the tiebreaker there. So 2-1, 2-3, 4-3. Did I say 4-3? Yes, I did. 4-3, 5-5, 7-6, and 8-8 is the games. So it does indeed look like that this match is ending up as a tie, and I gotta say, a rather deserved one on both sides. We did see some spectacular plays today, and also, to counterbalance that, we of course saw some more or less unfortunate or necessary blunders. You always gotta compensate the great miraculous plays with some massive blunders. Virtual Arenas champion. Yeah, well, let's see about that. I mean, the arena has not finished yet. I assume you're talking about that. Um, why am I here? Yeah, it is the final day ongoing, or the final 24 hours ongoing of the arena, and at the moment I do have a very comfortable lead of 63 points. Now, it is always possible that any of these players just makes a massive final sprint and just gobbles every single point that they can get, and I might end up losing, but I heavily doubt it. But it will be worth, or it was very worthwhile, it seems like to me, to make that maybe like a 2 week grind, since I have now been able to just sit and relax and watch all the arena players perish one after another, while I just been sitting in my chair taking a cup of hot chocolate and do an evil laugh. Thank you everyone for sticking here today. More streams are going to be following tomorrow. We actually have a double stream tomorrow. First at 18:30 UTC, we will see Poland, Ukraine, and starting at 19:30 UTC, as soon as the Poland-Ukraine match has finished, we will move on to France, Spain. So we are looking to have, I'd say, around anywhere around 2 to maybe 3 hour stream tomorrow, starting from 18:25 UTC as I've scheduled it. Then on 10th of April, we have another Ukraine match going to be going against Italy, who I don't think has actually played a single friendly match yet. This might be their first one this season, at least on the Carcassonne GG website. It doesn't say. But furthermore, there is also a chance that I have scheduled a stream Ukraine-Italy on 18:30 UTC, but there might be even an earlier start, as it might be so that Finland will be playing against um, um, Belarus under the name of Tutej. I can't remember the official name, but fortunately for me, I probably can't even pronounce it right, so I'm just gonna say Belarus. Um, and that will likely start at 17:30 UTC, and I do hope to stream that as well, because last time in the Finland Latvia, as few of you might remember, the audio I had was a terrible disaster, and I definitely do want to have at least one Finnish match streamed on the pre-season, as some players like to call this time. So yeah, I do want to feature at least one Finnish friendly match before the start of the actual tournament, and also I do want to say that it's kind of certain that this Sunday it's gonna be also another another match for Finland, and well, you'll see who it's gonna be against when it is on the when it is on the Carcassonne.gg website. I'm not gonna spoil anything yet, but on Sunday I will stream that game as well. Thank you, Spain. Thank you, RCP, for making today's match, and I hope you I hope you all have great rest of the evening. I will return tomorrow with some more Carcassonne content. Bye for now.